Entering this weekend, 4 teams with 32 in the loss column. The West is such a huge jumble. How big, how important would a win tonight to get the season series, get the tiebreaker versus the Warriors? How far would that go for your postseason hopes?
It'd be awesome for us. And like you said, we know the West is tight. It's a tight race right now. So every game is important for us, and tonight is included.
The Warriors have been going off lately in the third quarter, coming out so hot out of halftime. Defensively, what are you focusing on after the break, and is it anything different than what you're focusing on to start the game?
No, not necessarily. We have to play our style, our defense, make sure we're contesting shots, not putting guys at the foul line, getting back in transition. Offensively, we got to take care of the ball. They really fuse their crowd and their transition opportunities when you get live ball turnovers or bad shots.
It's a good segue. I was going to ask you about the turnovers because you kept them to a bare minimum in Portland. What were some of the things you were able to do to not turn the ball over after you watched it on tape?
We're getting into sets, and everybody kind of understands what we need to run. We're more organized offensively against Portland, and we're going to need that same mentality and effort tonight.
This is one of the best teams in the league, talking about Golden State, as far as passing the ball. Mm-hmm. They lead the league in assists, but sheer volume, they really move it around. Without trying to give anything away, what's the best way to defend ball movement?
Just be physical. Don't allow, disrupt their rhythms. And sometimes that's getting in the passing lane, that's pressuring guys. You got to make them do things that they don't want to do. But, look, this is a veteran team as well. They've won, X amount of 4 championships, been to X amount of finals. They know how to play. You got to just continue to stay with what you do, be willing to make some adjustments if need be. And next play speed is important. Don't hang your hat. They'll make some shots. Just make it tough.
Hey, Willie was talking to Herb just about the way you guys used him at the end of the Portland game, and he said that one thing that gives him confidence is he feels like he just knows every position on the floor. Is that something you see for him in terms of this guy just knows the playbook 1 through 5?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a way to get Herb in more actions, not just having him in the corner, but, we kind of fell into Herb playing the 5, and it worked out well for us.
And do you know about JV for tonight yet?
JV is out tonight.
Yeah, and I was going to ask about the small ball lineup, too, just after watching the film. What really stood out to you about what they were able to do to be successful during that time in the fourth quarter?
Well, we put the ball in Brandon and CJ's hands. No matter who was the small ball 5, we just tried to put the ball in their hands and allowed them to make the decisions, and then the rest of our guys fed off of that.
And just what have you seen? Naji's offensive numbers weren't where they were earlier this year, but what have you seen just his defensive impact? It seemed like he was able to make some plays defensively with that small ball group as well.
Yeah, I think Naj has been really good for us on both ends of the floor. Defensively, he, CJ, Herb, Dyson, they took the challenge last game of Guard and Lillard, and they all did a really good job, and that's what it takes for us is we hang our hats on our ability to defend. It kind of fuels the rest of our game, and so we need to continue to have a high level of awareness in that area.